Welcome to Rocking with Nostalgia. Today, we're going to be diving into the second video in my series, Are They Cool in Real Life? And we'll be discussing the cast of Fright Night. So grab a rocking chair and let's get started.
Welcome to Fright Night.
Hey, thanks again for joining me. If this is your first time on the channel, please subscribe. And as I mentioned, today we're going to talk about Are They Cool in Real Life? And we're going to be talking about the cast of Fright Night. So if this is your first time on the channel or your first time seeing this video series, what this is about is me rating my interactions with the multiple celebrities that I have met throughout the years, primarily at horror conventions. So my first video was about Tom Atkins. If you have not seen that, you should go check it out. And as a reminder, the areas that I use to judge my interactions include, are they approachable? Did they seem annoyed? Did they go above and beyond? What was the overall friendliness of the interaction? And would I recommend them or would I check them out again? So, in a reminder, I do a 5-star scoring system. There are no 0.5, so it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And just to give a general idea, 1 would be just a horrible interaction. I hated everything about it. 3 is, hey, they did their job. They signed your item. They gave you a brief hello. And then 5 is just where I'm ecstatic about it. I tell all my friends, and I had just a great time.
Vampire Killer!
So if you're unfamiliar with Fright Night, it's a 1985 vampire story. To me, it's probably close, if not the best vampire movie of all time. I always say there's a holy trilogy of vampire movies in the 80s, which includes Fright Night, The Lost Boys, and Near Dark, and they're all 10 out of 10s to me. They're all super close in quality, but I think I give Fright Night a little bump above the others.
Charlie!
So with that being said, getting the opportunity to meet the Fright Night cast was something that I never imagined would happen. And it was the 2015 Mad Monster Horror Convention where they had 3 out of the 4 cast members. Chris Sarandon was supposed to be there at that time too, but he had to cancel, and I met him, I think it was the following year in 2016. So first, for this review, I'm going to put them all together and come up with one overall score for the entire group. So it's not going to be individual ratings for each person, but I will break down each person and the experience I had with them. So first up, I want to talk about Amanda Bierce, who played Amy in Fright Night. For me, she wasn't Fright Night, but I always remember her from Marcy and Married with Children, the annoying neighbor who was always getting on Al Bundy's nerves. So not saying that I thought she'd be like that in real life, but it was interesting meeting her and having that in the back of my mind. So anyways, I meet her, and right away, she was extremely friendly. She said, well, aren't you a smiling fella? Because I was so excited to meet her. She shook my hand, just had a great conversation with me. Super down to earth. It's awesome when you meet these people, even though they're in movies, but they just seem like regular human beings. And she was totally like that. So her meeting her was just incredible.
The vampire tried to kill me last
So
night.
meeting William Ragsdale, who played Charlie Brewster, the star of Fright Night 1 and Fright Night 2, was also super cool. He was very down to earth, just as Amanda was. He had a very awesome conversation with me. The one thing I brought up to him, and I don't think he ever got this question, but I started the conversation out with, hey, when are we going to get a Blu-ray edition of Frankenstein, The College Years? And he just started laughing, and he talked about that movie a bit. So if you're not familiar with that, Frankenstein, The College Years was a made-for-TV movie that came out in 1991, and it was on Fox, I think is what it premiered on. And so I used to watch that like crazy as a kid, and I've never really heard anyone talk about that nowadays. So I'm sure me bringing that up, he kind of thought that was probably pretty funny. So yeah, he was awesome. He was very talkative while he was signing my stuff.
Dinner's in the oven!
So after that, then I met Stephen Jeffries. He plays Evil Ed in Fright Night, and Evil Ed to me might be my favorite side character, supporting character in any horror movie. He has some of the best lines throughout the movie. My favorite, just as my shirt here, I love this line, as you can see.
Oh, you're so cool, Brewster!
That, he has a number of other ones. Just his character in the movie really sealed the deal and took it to the next level, I think. So, meeting him, he was cool. He was kind of, you know, not necessarily didn't want to be there, but he was just kind of to the point. Signed my stuff, passed it on. You know, he wasn't grumpy, but he wasn't super bubbly, which there's nothing wrong with that.
Hello, Charlie.
And then last would have been Chris Sarandon, who I met, again, as I mentioned, would have been the following year. So Chris Sarandon, probably, yeah, without a doubt, he's the most famous out of all of them. He's also known for Prince Humperdinck and The Princess Bride. He's the voice of Jack Skellington in Nightmare Before Christmas. He's in Bordello of Blood. So yeah, so he's quite the celebrity, and he was very cool too. Though, again, he was kind of just to the point. You know, he was friendly to me, signed my poster, and that was about it. You know, it was, hey, thanks for coming, and that was it. So overall, no complaints. I also, you know, I talk about, do they go above and beyond? And one area I look at that is through if they charge for pictures or not. So it's definitely changed over the years, but back when I first started going to these conventions, a lot of times celebrities didn't charge for a picture if it was with your cell phone. So with that, Amanda right away, you know, I told her, hey, can I get a picture with you guys? And she's like, come on guys, he wants a picture. So I went behind the tables there, and as you can see, I'm smiling so much because I'm so happy that I'm meeting all of them. So I consider that really going above and beyond, because as time has went on, it seems like almost all celebrities are getting to the point. There's a few that don't, but almost all of them now, they charge for those table selfies or table pictures with your cell phone. The next year when Chris Sarandon came, he did charge for that, and I didn't want to pay for it. Now I do pay for those. If it's someone I want to meet, I'll do it. I still am always going to give someone bonus points if they don't charge additional for the cell phone picture. So with that, I was just very happy and very appreciative that they were able to take a picture with me without an additional charge. So just in general, the cast, again, being one of my favorite movies, this was without a doubt one of my favorite times I've ever met any celebrities. So with that, I'm going to give Fright Night a score of 4 out of 5. That is combining all the interactions with all the cast members. Again, 4 out of 5 is an extremely good rating, and I would highly recommend them. So my poster that I have signed is without a doubt one of my prized possessions. Unfortunately, Peter Vincent, Roddy McDowall passed away, so I would not be able to get him to sign it. Though I am hoping to meet the director, Tom Holland. And yes, Tom Holland, the director, not the annoying Spider-Man actor. That might ruffle some feathers. But so he's on my bucket list. I'm hoping he comes to the convention near me soon, and then I will be complete with my poster. But on a side note, I also want to mention the most underrated sequel in all of horror, in my opinion, or close to the most underrated sequel, is Fright Night Part 2. I still have my VHS tape from this. Unfortunately, this has never officially been released on the US on Blu-ray, so no HD copy available for us to purchase. You can find a version on YouTube, the last I checked. It is high quality, though it's not as high as a Blu-ray disc. But if you have a chance to check out Fright Night 2, I would highly recommend it. It's a great movie. It does have William Ragsdale, he returns, and also Peter Vincent is in it too. So having those two makes it a great movie, and it really carries the story over from the first. So I hope you enjoyed the video today. Again, if you could please subscribe if you are new to the channel. I will be having more of these Are They Cool in Real Life videos coming up soon. So stay tuned to that, and I will see you next time.